What's up, everybody? So we got one that everybody's been talking about, the all-new Makita 4-speed brushless impact driver. This is the T16. We're going to use it, we're going to abuse it, we're going to talk about an upcoming tool that we're going to do with it to drive lags without pilot holes. We're going to talk about the specs, everything you want to know about this impact driver, we are going to show you. So let's get that review started. Let me start out by saying this is a precise impacting instrument, but don't let the size fool you. You're looking at 3,600 max RPM and 1,600 inch-pounds of torque on this little bad boy. Now I want to make one other thing clear. A lot of you have been asking for this, and Acme Tools have hooked us up. They sent this over for you to take a look at. I will put a link in the description below for you to check this out. If you help support them, they help support us, and we keep this train going. We're also going to do the tool duel against the magnificent Gen 3 Milwaukee. Now you can see the size difference, a little bit smaller when it comes to the Makita, but we are going to put these together. We are going to test them both. It is going to be very interesting, so look for that. But check this out, extremely small, versatile impact, only 2.23 pounds for this thing. You also got two extremely bright LED lights right up on the top. You hit that trigger and they will turn on. You don't even got to compress it the whole way. They light up. But you can also shut those off manually. Very cool. I'll show you this down here. This is like a NASA keyboard. Really precise. You can really dial this thing in if you want, but let's check it out. If I want to adjust my power settings, you can see those lights light up. You can do a couple different things. You can hit this button right here. You can see it goes to mode 4, 3, 2, and 1, back up to 4. You just press that. Pretty simple to do. You can also shut your light on and off manually by pushing that little light button. Now, what I really think is cool about the Makita is on a lot of other brands, you only have that auto, but you have a couple different features here. Check out all the options you have here, right? So you got the wood mode, which is 3,800 RPM. You got the bolt mode, 3,800 RPM. That's up to. You got the T1 mode, which basically stops as soon as the impact starts. So if you're on a lag, you don't want to go too far down too fast, it'll actually stop it. You got the T mode 2. You got the T2 mode, which is basically the same as the T1, just a little bit more powerful, but helps prevent breaking of the bolts and the screws. And what's cool about that is all you have to do is hit that button. Now, if I wanted to go back over to the different speeds, adjust that torque, adjust that power all the way up, you just go right over there, hit that button, and it lights it up. It's very simple to do, and the one thing that stood out to me on this is it is for precise work. That's the one thing I will say that the Makita did very well. Now, will everybody want all of that? Will everybody use all of that? I don't know. As far as it goes with the collet, very easy to use, it's very smooth, it holds those bits in great, no issues with anything coming out. Now the other very cool thing about that button right there in the front, check this out. Now I told you there's a different way of going about changing these. Now it doesn't work for the T modes or the automatic mode, it only works for the 1, 2, 3, 4. But you hit that button and it changes. Check it out. I'm just hitting that button. It's pretty quick as well. It took me a little while to get used to because I'm not used to a button being up there, but at the end of the day, it worked very nicely. Now, if you want every single spec, I will put them all in the description below of this video. But yeah, that's a very cool feature. And as far as it goes with the build and the feel, again, very, very easy in the hands. Got a great grip and built very well, just like Makitas usually are. Now, before we start using and abusing, let me show you what it sounds like on each speed. Definitely a big difference in there, and again, you can change these up. It's not going to be that much different on the auto mode. It only really plays a role when you're using it, and that's what we're going to do now. But before we start driving in those screws, don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more reviews. All right, first up, we got the wood mode. That's that little drill icon right there on the right-hand side. Let's see what it does. Well, that was real nice, like. Starts out slow and controlled, then revs it up. All right, let's do that a couple more times. I really like how that revs up, but it starts out very slow. All right, real nice. I liked it. Let's move it along. All right, this is the T1 setting. Now, what I really like about this setting is if you just need to bring that fastener in a little bit more, but you don't want to damage the material that's underneath, this is the perfect setting for it. And it also stops all by itself. I'm not letting go of that trigger. It stops by itself. So let's move it up to T2. All right, great. Starts out with a little bit more power, slows it down, but still has enough power to drive them in. Now we're going to setting 1. All right, very slow and controlled. Let's move this up to setting number 2 now. All right, great amount of power, but still slow enough you don't have to worry about damaging anything. Let's move it up to 3. All right, cool. Now let's move it up to setting number 4. That was also real nice like. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to take these screws out, but we're going to do some lags. Now the lags do not have pilot holes drilled. We like to use and abuse, and of course you would probably have pilot holes drilled, but we're not gonna. We're going to see what it does. So if you're wondering what setting we have, we are on the lag bolt icon. It's basically a smart setting. It knows when to stop itself. All right, let's throw it into reverse. Yeah, I guess it does all right. I mean, it's nothing that's gonna, blow me away or anything, but okay. All right, let's move this to the T1 setting. See what it does? Woo! Hold on to her. I will admit, I really do like that T1 setting. If you don't want to damage anything, you just need to drive that in a little bit more. Works really good. All right, let's do the T2 setting, and then we will go through each individual mode. Yeah, I really like both of these settings. They basically stop automatically so you don't damage anything. I like it. Very well done. Now let's do mode 1 through 4. All right, let's go to mode 2 now. All right, let's kick it up to mode 3. Mode 4. Not bad. Definitely not the most powerful I've ever felt, but not bad. Let's pull her out. Let's get a reaction time. I mean, as soon as you pull that trigger, it's working. So at the end of the day, here are my final thoughts. The thing is small. Oh, by the way, let's take a heat temp measurement here. We're looking at 120. Let's go up on the top here. 123 right up on the top. So it's a little warm, but again, we used it and abused it more than probably what you would. You would probably drill pilot holes. We didn't. We wanted to make sure that it holds up. That's what we do here on the channel. Get subscribed. But yeah, my final thoughts. Listen, this impact driver, it is really small but extremely powerful for its size. It's definitely not the most powerful I've felt, but it is definitely probably the most precise impact driver that I have ever used. There are tons of features on this impact driver that a lot of others just don't have, and if you're really trying to I would say get more control of your work, or maybe fine tune your work, or maybe you're trying not to damage something. You want to be a little bit more gentle but still have that power. I really like this impact driver. I think it does an excellent job. Now, that being said, me personally, would I use every single one of those features? No, probably not. I'm not going to sit there and fumble around and try to find the exact right, correct setting. But they're there for you, and if you have a job that is consistent and you're consistently doing the same thing, you just set it and forget it, and you know it'll work for you. So I really do like this impact driver. I really do think that you're going to like this impact driver. Again, not the most powerful that I've ever used, but definitely the most precise. If you like the video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe so you don't miss any more videos, and don't forget you got to hit that bell notification. Come say hi on the Instagram page at Tool Review Zone, and as always, we will be back with more reviews soon.